Welcome back to part 24 of our Unity of Command 2 playthrough, and here we are going on the advance to Antwerp. After months of hard fighting, the Allies have finally broken out into the open. Having stood its ground until the breaking point, the German army has all but disintegrated. As such, supply is now the Allies' largest concern. The Belgian port of Antwerp is the largest port in Europe, and taking it will allow the Allies to freely operate their vast armies and air forces. August 25th, 1944. Alright. Let's jump into it. Let's see how good this will be. I think we can finally end this war. I guess that's sort of a JFK. Yeah. Oh, it must be a big one. 15 turns, yeah. Oh, yes. Alright. Scenario briefing. Advance to Antwerp. This is your SHAEF dispatch. The German front line has collapsed, and the enemy is in full flight. Wipe out as many of these depleted formations as you can while pushing hard and fast for Antwerp. Take as many channel ports as possible along the way. But do not let these minor prizes distract your attention from your primary goal. Primary objectives. Antwerp and the German border. Is it a fun night in the EU, or is it World War II? Alright. This operation will be... Oh, wow, yeah, this is huge. Alright, we'll deploy our forces in Dover, and then we'll just look across the channel. So this is exactly where we were at the end of the last scenario. Yeah, that's awesome, because we had not advanced across this river, and yet we were pushing in the south. So there we go. All right, we have a few different key objectives. By turn 8, we have to take Antwerp. By turn 11, Liège. And by turn 12, Luxembourg. I don't know. Alright, but we do have several side objectives. Now our supply is at 90%. Probably thanks to us securing one port in the west. But once we secure even just Le Havre, that should bump our supply up to 100%. So that's good. We're not in a bad... We're not as in bad shape as I thought we would be in terms of supplies. Now, if we can clear the Scheldt by turn 10, that will give us an advantage in the next operation. And take Calais by turn 12, Boulogne by turn 12, and Le Havre, and Aachen. Now that's a German city. The first to fall. I remember that. It was like Call of Duty 2, the Big Red One or something. They had two games come out either the same year or really close together. They were both called Call of Duty 2 or 3 or something. But one of them, I think it was the first time that Treyarch made one. And then anyway, it's just misremembered gaming history with Sir Squire. So we have heavy air support. We've got some bombardment. I think we'll save it for someone who isn't about to die. Good, yeah, so these are very understrength German units. Excellent. I think we can make this push. Now we have the British Second Army, the US First Army, and the Canadian First. Alright, we got Dempsey, Hodges, and the guy whose name I butcher every time. Good, so I'm thinking we'll just have the... Let's see. Aha. Get those Brits up to speed. What about you? We have no Canadians in this army. We have some British. Well, it is a British army, you would expect that. Alright, good. So we do have reserves in the event that we start taking casualties, which means the British second, we can have them push hard if we need them to. I wish you could reorganize steps between armies. Because a lot of times you will have one army from one scenario have Canadians, and then you'll take some losses and get some Canadian steps. And the next scenario happens, and the Canadians are back with the Canadian army, so then you have these Canadian steps just chilling out. You can't really do anything with them. Alright, the Americans have a lot of reserves as well. So we'll have the Canadians doing a meticulous advance along the coastline, sort of ensuring that we get these supply points along, yeah, like this main supply, oh gosh, this main supply route. Just sort of start opening it up, and that's going to be their goal for the scenario. The British initially will just slam into the Germans, try and take out as many of them as possible. The Americans will be trying to move further east, and they'll be moving along this supply route to plunge into the center. It'll be the Americans that tried to take Antwerpen und Liège. I guess also Luxembourg. Alright. Now Paris is ours. Paris for lunch, dinner in St. Petersburg. Wait a second, wrong war. Oh, and that's a major river. Alright, so it looks like early on. Oh good, we'll just have to throw ourselves into the Germans. So it will be a few turns of fighting. Hard fighting. We have supplies coming in from Chartres, and then 2 lines in from Le Mans, and Cherbourg itself as well. So this is good. So we are amply supplied and ready. And we have plenty of supply depots as well. Good, so we'll just throw the British in there. Let's see, we have the British 11th. Do we have the 7th? Ah, yes, the return of the 7th. And they're with the Canadians. So they will be that spearhead that we need to break along the coast. Good. Now, it looks like the weather is not on our side. That's never stopped us before. Oh, rearguard. Excellent. If they want to give up the ghost, I'm willing to get haunted. Is a saying that I should not say. Excellent. The advance is going well. Breaching, breaching. Good. Ah, man. Alright, we have some early losses. There we go. So yeah, we'll try and open up this main supply line. And it's opening up, it's opening up. Keep the advance going, lads. So yeah, we'll just... I'll look at like, the kinds of casualties we could take. Like, we won't do crazy attacks like this where we will clearly lose just to try and suppress some of them. But if it's ones where we might take a loss, it looks like that's the sort of situation that we're in. That the time has come. Jeez. Spent several months just around Caen. We're finally advancing. Ooh. Right, so if you move down, you can move down, you could move in, you could hit them, move up, then you could move in. You can move over. Jeez, it is a merry-go-round of movement. First we take Oeuvre. Oh. We did. Counterattack. Oh. I don't think it was not effective for either side. Alright, in the east, that's where we'll start putting our air power to work. Ooh, excellent. Counterattack, darn it. That was a brutal counterattack. Jeez, heavy fighting in the suburbs of Paris. Well, this is gonna be harder than I thought. That's turn 1. We haven't advanced as far as I thought we were gonna make a breakout here. This is... Prepare for heavy losses, man. Jeez. Well, alright. Yeah, I didn't realize they had that counter-attack ability is new. We'll have to drive them back all the same. Alright, we have the US 1st Infantry. Big red one. The US 9th. Alright. You're gonna have a heck of a job. That's gonna be fighting in the east. Because that's your main task. Well, we have our armored in the west just to help sort of get a good start. But then we'll start... Ooh. Yeah, we'll start pulling American units east so that we can not get all bunched up and just stuck in these wet woods. You know what they say, never get stuck in the wet woods. If we need it, we will use those advanced reinforcements just to make sure that we can keep this advance going. Very good, the Germans are starting to pull out. Alright, they've blown 2 bridges. The 2 bridges that we're not going to be using is the Americans. They've cut off their own supply. Good, good. Enemy is KIA. Excellent. Alright, I guess actually that is our main line of advance in that direction. Okay, Americans, let's repair a bridge. Might as well repair both of them. And you got me, you Germans. How's our supply to air? Alright, we'll keep the supply lines open. Keep moving, lads. We've made a breakout in the east. Ah, man. Can we motorize you? Okay, they should be stopped before they can get to our supplies. But I've already overstretched us. One turn ago I thought, oh man, we're gonna be stuck here for a while. Next turn, oh man, we're advancing too quickly. Well. Oh my gosh. Keep the supplies going. Jeez. Alright. So the Americans are already moving forward rapidly. Which is good. That's what we'll need. There's a lot of space that we have to cover to get up here. Like, we have to get Holland. And not just Holland. But we are almost into Belgium. Almost. Okay, it's a ways away. Well, let's see. Can we get the... Yeah, I guess we'll just pull the Americans fully east. Go, go. Excellent. So yeah, we're plunging along this main line through Mons and Brussels. Brussels? Brussels sprouts. Are Brussels sprouts from Brussels? Not that that matters. Alright. Meanwhile, in the west directions, in a place that isn't here. Ooh. Alright, I want to, yeah, spread these guys out, get around. Just push forward, lads. Push forward. Forward in a lateral movement. Alright, so you're all the... We have, the Canadian 1st is a combined Canadian-UK army. Mainly Canadian. Good to know. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did... Ah! Jeez. Jeez, I'm sorry. God. It's like, oh, don't worry, guys, get in there. And they just got wiped. Well, the rest of the attack, the rest of the advance is going well. But yeah, they got super messed up and disorganized. Alright, good. The Canadians are punching through. In the west. Good. Ah, man. Alright, getting across this river could be a bit of a pain. We'll need the beachhead at Rowan or Le Havre. Now, the Americans could push along and help us open that up, or we could just throw down some magic pontoons. We'll throw down that pontoon. Have the British do the same. Alright, we have our ways across the Seine. Oh man, we're already getting a little bit... Alright, the Canadians are starting to bottleneck themselves. Just a little bit. But once we're across, then yeah, we'll have to... Yeah, the British have sort of shifted a little bit too far west. We'll want them to be the main... They're in between the two groups. Between the Americans advancing in the east and the Canadians along the coast. Then we'll have the British just punching up the center. Those Brits are raring for a fight. Let's... Get them over here. Ooh, here we go. Good. So next turn we'll be able to cross the river. And if we need to, we can get more supply trucks. Oops, that's the wrong button. But I think we can keep things going. Oh my god, really? Jeez. Wow. Alright, let's try to pull in supplies. So let's keep these supply lines moving forwards. Hi-ho, silver. Oh. Is that the Polish armored I see? Yes, it is. Alright, we have the British Guards armored. Good. I think we'll send them all the way around here to move, like they'll cross the river over here, just north of Paris, and then help clear out that side of the river to get the British across. Looks like the Polish armored is tied to the British as well. So we'll get them going on the right as well. Alongside as well, yeah. I don't know. I'm just using as well a lot. Here we go. Let's see how the AI outmaneuvers us this time. I thought they would hit the zone of control. Of our unit there. I was wrong. And they blew up that same river again. Same bridge. Well, I'm a fool. Oh good, it does come back though. But yeah, that's not good. Alright, the Americans need help. And the British are the answer. So yeah, we'll get the Brits out here as quickly as possible. Because the goal of the Americans is to be pushing up this way. Jeez. Meanwhile, Canadian forces have crossed the river. I'm glad the Canadian 1st gets the British 7th. It is an OP armored unit for some... I mean, I guess it's... let's look at it. Let's actually look at what steps I've given them. They have a priest, which helps give them artillery and defense. They have engineers, which are great for helping break through fortified positions and just have a good addition to your attack and defense. And then we have a Churchill, which is also good at attack and defense and gives you a nice little bonus against armor. And they are an elite unit. So I think that's why this unit is just so gosh darn incredible. Good. Alright, so we've cut their supply. And Le Havre is now surrounded. It looks like we're gonna have problems getting across this river. Alright, looks like the British... Oh, they blew that bridge. I was like, why would they leave that bridge open? Because there's no one... We can't get across it. That's why. Alright, we'll let the Canadians repair it, since the Canadians have already gone. Oh, wait, well, we can... Heck yeah. Let's keep this party rolling. Uh-oh. Sort of isolated that unit. I hope they're okay. They'll be fine, maybe. Meanwhile, let's punch through, lads. Alright, the Polish armor performing spectacularly, as always. The Polish units are just superb. Truly spectacular. Alright, good. The British are pushing through at their sector as well. Excellent. No retreat. Well, maybe I don't want you to retreat. No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. And die they did. Alright, so we've already outstretched our supplies here as well. Jeez. We are probably going to need to use one of these supply trucks. Alright, so I did mess up over here. Definitely. So that attack has to come back and close ranks. Keep them going. Alright, so they're fully out, so we'll have to throw down our last supply truck. Try to defend it this time, lads. When in doubt, blame your own troops. Which is not actually what I'm... it was my mistake, obviously. Computer game can't make mistakes. Alright, there we go. That attack is now moving back. Shooting that... Wow, that was... I did not expect that to work. Just roll up on some hills, fire over the river. Good, so you'll move up there to ensure that that is safe. What's going on here? Oh, the British first or second is now out of stuff, yeah. Alright, let's move them up. Canadian first. Move you up. US first. Let's keep this attack rolling. Oh wait, now we can't repair that bridge, can we? I have made a terrible mistake. Alright, so we'll start shifting the Americans east. It looks like it'll take a little bit more time for the British to be in position, so we'll still have some units. But good. We threaten their entire front line. Excellent. Alright. Let's just keep pushing them. Good. Who do I want to kill today? There we go. Alright, so we are destroying these units. Truly and thoroughly. Excellent. The Germans are on the back hand. But it's all about speed and getting places fast. So let's use our... Oh, those people, yeah. Let's hit some soft targets. Oh. They did better than I expected. Alright, good. But yeah, the advance, while stalled mildly, is now going full swing. And route units and HQs. Oh. And we have the British 3rd. We're part of the British 2nd. Alright, lads. Let's keep this attack on end. That started I felt like it started good British, and then just slipped into like some sort of semi-Aussie abomination. The Germans are slowing us down in the east. They pulled all their supplies out of Le Hill. Alright, the weather is... the weather is not cooperating in the west, but in the east it's pretty good. So now let's get that bridge repaired. But our units can keep advancing. We have secured Reims, or we will. So that's good once we get over the Armageddon. Alright, so they'll be out of supply, but they won't be for long. I don't know, I think they'll get the supply from the bridge being repaired. So once we get that linked up, we'll be alright. Of course, our goal, we have to be in Antwerp in 4 turns. These are getting pretty brutal. Now that's got to be out of supply. Yeah, I'm messing up. We can get that, start getting that repaired. That's good. That will help supply an attack on Amiens. But I think we have to really just start letting the Americans go yippee-ki-yay all the way up everything. Gotta keep these bridges open. So we'll have, hopefully, we'll have a turn of like no supply, and then everyone will be good. So that's how I will convince myself that everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Alright, so we'll keep, oh man. Keep hammering away at them. Almost got him. Alright, the Canadian 1st, with the help of their British units, have secured the area. Excellent, we've gained more supply. Good. Yeah, it seems like the goal of this scenario is really stretch yourself, grab Antwerp, and then have everyone kind of backfill in. But, I mean, that we're breaking through, so... It looks like there's nothing immediately ahead of us. Let's just go hog wild. Hey! Alright, we could super specialize on repairing, or putting down pontoons. Let's just specialize no retreat, I guess. Oh no, that costs something. I guess we'll take the free up option. I don't know. I'm just so cheap. I like using the prestige on the units and not the HQs. Does that make me a monster? Maybe. Alright, good. So now the British can help keep everything going. Alright, so the Americans are doing their job. Just throwing themselves out there. Let's try and keep the British moving up as well. Aha! Alright, I guess we'll specialize in blowing up bridges. Jeez. Well, I mean, we have the, like, we've unlocked most of the best unlocks, so it's understandable. Looks like the British will be able to take Amiens, and they're stretching out our supply lines again. Excellent. At least they're keeping that themselves there supplied. All right. Good. Ooh, we could maybe take deep. Excellent. Jeez. Hide in the woods, are you? Well, not anymore. Alright, good. The Canadians are advancing. We're going as fast as we can. Alright, so Canadians in the west. You have Canadian infantry to get to them. Good. British in the center. The force pool is not organized yet. And Americans in the east. No one needs any armor. Good. Infantry, let's keep you at 5s. In case we need armor. Because armor takes 2 armor equipment and 1 infantry step. 1 infantry contingent? Not contingent. Anyway, it has a name, and the name makes sense. Ooh. So yeah, we are once again stretching our supplies. But we can start moving them up. Ooh, good, good. Yes, yes, yes. We'll stay there, but everything else is moving forwards. So I guess the British are just gonna be, like, ideally, they're where these Americans east of Amiens are, and so we'll just throw the Americans fully towards everything. Just willy-nilly, just go Americans, go! Now, I fully expect Germans to start blowing all these bridges. They really love that now. That has become a key pastime of theirs. But hopefully we'll avoid the worst of it and keep this attack moving forwards. Let's see, we are slowly getting close to the end of the current episode. But let's try and take as much as we can. Yep. Good, we got that bridge. Alright, never mind. This is good. The breakout in the east is working according to plan. So we have full supplies moving along there, and then we'll be able to link up here and get these guys in supply. Can you run away? No, they're well out of range of the base as well. This unit will be useless next turn. But we could make a punch towards Luxembourg. What are you up to, sir? Get you. Can I get you? Ooh. Alright, good, good. Wait. You can get the carpool. Alright, yeah, if we can keep this line open. There we go. Now we can keep the punch towards Luxembourg rolling. Excellent. Until they can move in. Alright, so Antwerpen will send the US Command, the 2nd US Armored Command A and 3rd US Armored Command B to move towards Antwerpen. Actually, no, let's send in just the full 2nd Armored. We've got their A and B. They'll both move towards Antwerp, while the 3rd US Command will start going towards Liège, and the 3rd US Command A will go towards Luxembourg. So this is very stretched. It's where the idea is that's where the British would be. but obviously we're going way too quickly. Just keep moving forwards, people. Let's just keep this thing moving. Alright, so we do have British units moving up to help cover that side. Someone should probably take Amiens. Oh my god. I'll get it next time. Just keep this attack moving. Alright, so they've blown this bridge. Canadians are adept bridge builders, bridge repairers. Except for that bridge. Oh, it's because there's people on the other side. Scare them away. This is good though. The advance is going so quickly that we don't even know. Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, that'll be the end of this part, but we'll immediately pick it up in the next part. That will be part 25. This has been part 24. Alright, see you all.